Hello and welcome to Third Act Film. Today we're going to be talking about Star Wars Episode 8 and going to try and predict a few things we think will happen. Here with me is Todd James.
Hello.
And I'm James Forbes.
Hello, James.
Alright, let's begin. We'll probably do it characters, you know?
Yeah, character by character and then sort of general other things.
What do you think is going to happen with Kylo Ren? My boy. My favourite character from
Your
episode
favourite
7.
character.
Obviously, before we start, actually, spoilers for Episode 7 and all of the Star Wars films.
But who hasn't seen that yet?
Yeah.
Who's clicking on this video who hasn't seen that?
Yeah. So Kylo Ren, how do you feel, the last time we saw him,
So he's on his way to meet Snoke.
he's going to meet Supreme Leader Snoke.
Yeah.
But where? Do we know that? We just,
That
wherever
is a good
he is.
point. I think it should be in Dagobah.
What is Dagobah?
That's where Luke trained with Yoda.
Oh, that'd be weird,
bring
wouldn't
it full circle, yeah.
Or it is where Luke is.
Oh, it's just
like,
the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
They just don't know about each other
and then
for
like,
ages.
Luke's been here the whole time.
Yeah.
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 Maybe he lives on an even bigger Star Destroyer. Well, that's what they did
and
with
they
the
do the
others.
comparison where
Yeah.
they're like, this is it, and now this is the new one.
They'll do like, this is the first Death Star. This is the
This
second
pea
one.
here is the first one. This grapefruit is no. I really want them to stop doing Star Destroyers.
But it's called Star Wars.
Haven't they learnt now? The Star Destroyers don't work.
They destroyed a whole star system in one shot.
And then promptly got blown up.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, but they
Think about how big it is. It's the size of a planet. If they just put all the security stuff at the middle, it would stop people flying in, blowing it up and flying out.
But you have to have an exhaust somehow. Your car's got an exhaust, doesn't it?
I don't have a car.
A car has an exhaust. Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about Kylo Ren.
Right. What do you think?
What do I think is going to happen to Kylo Ren?
Yeah.
I hope we're going to be seeing... I feel like the whole theme for 7, 8 and 9, as opposed to the other 6, is a balance between the dark side and the light side of the Force. Right. And an understanding of using both is an option. Because for the moment, we've always been told it's either A or B. Like,
what about C?
Yeah. And I think that with this, I think Supreme Leader Snoke understands the Force more than most. I think he understands the importance of the Skywalker lineage, and that Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, that he understands with him that he is the epitome of both sides.
You've got to let him embrace both sides so he can reach his full power. Yeah. And then he can eat his soul and become young again.
And maybe he becomes a star. No. Yeah. And perhaps we will get a training montage. I think there's going to be training montages.
Training hard. Yeah.
Having him have
Snoke on his back. Yeah. Snoke is like an 80-foot giant. Yeah. And Kylo Ren like, oh God, you're so heavy.
I'm fairly sure he's not a giant either. I'm fairly sure he's very small. That was just to throw us all off.
Yeah.
He's either going to be average height or small.
They can't have him that small because everyone will make jokes about Shrek. You know how in the villain in the first Shrek is really tiny. And it's like
I don't think they care at Star Wars, do they? They're like, oh, we can't do that. Shrek did it. Direct comparison. We ruined.
I wish more films cared about that. I wish Spectre cared about it before they did the Austin Powers plot twist.
Moving on.
Right. One more thing about Kylo Ren. This will link into who we're probably going to do next. I think he's going to have a big lightsaber fight with Rey. And it's like a proper, like a legit lightsaber fight.
A few criticisms from people, not myself, definitely not myself, that the action, this is from yourself mostly.
From me,
that the action in episode 7 wasn't too grand, it wasn't inspiring.
It's not even that it wasn't that grand, it just wasn't that good.
Yeah. However, I feel as though that was what the problem was with the prequels, that it's just flash, flash. Let's hit each other's lightsabers for 10 minutes.
Both.
You can do both, yeah. But they decided, where their characters were. They're not masters of lightsabers. All of the people who use lightsabers are dead. No one knows how to use them, really. And there's no one out there to teach you. The only person who could teach you was Luke. And he was teaching a bunch of people. And then Kylo killed them all.
No.
Right?
Because someone who's never had sword training can still become good at using a sword. True. That's like if you've never been taught how to use a gun. If I give you a gun for your birthday,
but a gun,
in a couple of months,
complexity, it's different, isn't it? It's complexity of a weapon. A sword, if I like tap my arm, it's not going to come immediately off. You understand? Like I'm not. But with a lightsaber, if I just graze my arm, I'm like, well, that's gone. Great. I can now longer.
What's that burning hair smell?
I can now no longer learn anymore how to use a lightsaber. That's it. That's the end. So when you're learning how to use,
you still have another arm left.
What?
Your strong arm. Specifically, the arm you would be fighting with.
Yeah, but you've now immediately handicapped yourself, like literally.
Wow.
So then you're obviously Luke Skywalker's only got one arm, got Robot One in his back, and he's still brilliant. Yeah. But I'm just saying that the kind of the error margin. If I have a gun, I pull a trigger and point it. And I understand there's more to a gun. But I have, the basic concept. I pull a trigger and point at someone.
I could just say if you have a sword, all you have to do is swing it at what you want to hurt.
Yeah, and that's what they did because they haven't. Who have they fought? Who has Kylo Ren fought with another lightsaber? Who was Rey fought? That was the first time she held a lightsaber, and then you're like, well, why isn't she an expert? Why doesn't she do backflips? And it's because the character it didn't demand it from the characters.
No, but Kylo Ren should have known better.
We don't know how much she's been trained, to be honest.
But they're both going to be trained now.
Yeah.
So at the end of this next one,
there is going to be an improved fight scene, and that's why I think they've brought on the raid.
You mean the raid wasted the guys who did the raid?
Yeah, they brought on 2 actors from the raid whose name escapes me. I'm not.
I know Iko Uwais. I don't know the other guy.
Yeah. 2 brilliant martial artists and brilliant for
choreographers
as well. Yeah. And they were brought on. It looks as though they were kind of wasted. They just had a small scene in it and then disappeared. And there wasn't any.
That made me angry.
Yeah, there wasn't any fight scenes in it. But I feel like for the next one, I feel that Kylo Ren, he's going to learn more from Snoke, and he's going to learn more about the use of the Force. And then as well, I feel like Kylo Ren learned the basics for a lightsaber, like more about the light side of the Force from Luke, and then he decided to kill everyone. And then with Rey, she has seemingly has learned the basics of a lightsaber as well, and more on Jedi mind trick. There's a lot to learn. And when she assuming that she was trained by Luke prior, how old was she when she got left on that planet? She was very young, so she didn't learn that much. And you don't then go around practicing with a lightsaber because there isn't any. How many lightsabers are there? Kylo Ren made his own. That's what I'm saying, that there isn't, at least with the Jedi Council, they were training people left, right and centre, so it made sense that everyone is trained.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then when you get to when there's only, the only known Jedis are Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Luke, who doesn't even know he's a Jedi, or is on his way to be, why the skills aren't as flashy. Yeah.
Right, we've been talking a lot about this.
Lightsabers, yeah.
But essentially, I think there's going to be a nice big fight at the end.
Yeah.
This is going a little bit away from this. Something all the Star Wars films, apart from this most recent one, did, was they had multiple big action set pieces taking place at the same time. And I feel like that, the climax of Episode 8, has to have that at the end.
Oh, I think I'll avoid that.
Why?
Because you see, it's difficult to talk to you about these things because you like and almost love the prequels. Is love a strong word?
That's way too strong.
Okay, you like the prequels, yeah? You appreciate.
I think 2 out of 3 of them are all right.
Yeah. Whilst for me, they're all utter trash and they're awful and they're the example for what they should not be doing.
But I'm not talking about Episode 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
It's Episodes 4, 5, and 6 also have that.
In Episode 1, that was a big criticism that you had. There was 4 storylines that were all concluding around the same time.
Yeah.
And it was different emotions from each one. So as an audience member, you're like, what am I supposed to feel? I'm supposed to feel victory for a war that's about to be won? Or am I supposed to feel sad because there was a love story that was going on? Or am I supposed to feel...
Can you not handle emotional complexity?
It's not complexity, it's clutter.
Maybe for Episode 1, true.
Yeah.
I've never ever thought that about Episode 1, ever. I think the whole stuff with Natalie Portman in the castle, or whatever it is, get rid of that. Yeah. Get rid of that to it.
Yeah.
But look at Empire. or Return of the Jedi. They all have multiple things going on at the same time. And I feel like that is like a trademark of Star Wars almost. And I was quite disappointed in Episode 7.
There were multiple things still. There was the fight between Kylo and Rey, and there was the...
You mean that boring fight?
It wasn't boring.
It was.
I was on the edge of my seat, but whatever.
Then that, like, really, like, the fight in space where basically nothing happened. Then Poe Dameron was like, oh, I got inside. Yeah. Lucky for me, they put all the shields right next to the point I was at.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, let's talk about Poe Dameron. What do you think about him?
Is he going to come out of the closet?
Oh, you think he's gay?
Well, that's not me specifically. That's a big thing. Have you not heard about this?
No.
There's a huge... Well, I say huge. There is a small movement online, but a vocal movement, who want Poe Dameron and Finn to be a gay couple.
Oh, right.
So then Star Wars has covered it all.
Yeah.
It's just covered all the minorities.
Yeah, great. Even interracial couple in as well. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care.
I feel as though if Poe Dameron is gay, they're not gonna be like, yeah, I've got a secret to tell you, or everyone.
Oh, if they did that, I would.
Leia, put the drink down. Luke, sit down. It's
very important to me that you're all paying full attention to me.
Yeah.
And then he has like a big musical number. No. I would rather they just mentioned it in passing.
I don't even want that. I just want that he just acts like he is, and they don't define it.
Like massively camp.
No, not that he acts massively camp. That how they've introduced him. They continue that. You know how he's kind of fourth walling when he was talking to Kylo Ren when we first meet him. It's like, oh, who's supposed to talk right now? You or me?
Right.
That kind of cheekiness. I just want that continued. And perhaps, in Episode 9, when everyone's cheering and making out with their other half, and he's just making out with a guy, I'd just be like, "Oh, yeah, okay."
That would be
like literally the smallest, like
him and Admiral Akbar,
right.
like getting it on.
A trap.
Yeah. I want him to do more cool piloting, basically.
Yeah,
that's all I need from that character.
Yeah. Some more. I want some more spaceships. To be honest, more spaceships that they fly. Yeah. Even in A New Hope, they had a bomber and a X-wing.
Y-wing, I believe.
A Y-wing.
Y-wing.
And in this one, they just didn't really.
No.
They just all had X-wings.
Yeah.
I just want more vehicles, more fight sequences. None of the. I didn't like when John Boyega's character Finn, when he's on the ground and they've just been rescued by the X-wings, and then John Boyega's like, "Yeah, now that's a great pilot." I'm like, I know he is.
I can see that.
I can see what just happened. Don't tell me, because now you've ruined it.
He was just representing people in the audience.
Yeah.
Fourth walling, as you would say.
Yeah. John Boyega's character Finn. What do we see for him other than making out with Poe Dameron, apparently?
In an extended gratuitous scene.
Yeah.
He's a tricky one. Do you think he's force sensitive?
Yeah. Do you think Poe Dameron is force sensitive?
Ooh.
And that's why he's so good as a pilot.
These are all good questions.
Yeah.
But
are we going to find out more? Any of these people are force sensitive?
Other than so.
Rey?
Because at the moment I feel like Rey is a bit. She got everything essentially.
Literally at the end, she got the Millennium Falcon. She got Chewie. She got a gun from Han Solo.
She got R2.
She got R2, yeah. And she got BB-8 as well.
No, Poe Dameron's got BB-8.
Okay. I was going to say, damn, girl.
She's going to be trained by She had, every iconic thing.
She's got
from
Luke
Star Wars.
his lightsaber.
Yeah.
She's got the Force. She's got
if they made Star Wars Monopoly, she has all of the pieces. like the pieces you play has, she has them all.
Yeah.
So it would be good for somebody else. I don't want it to suddenly be like, everyone can use the Force, but it'd be good if one or two more.
Yeah.
Them, yeah.
I would want to see an explanation as to why Finn won his parents and who they are.
If he has parents.
Yeah. Now, in the film, Finn says he was taken as a child, but then obviously that could just be a lie for him to protect himself, or it's a lie that they've told him that, you've all been taken from somewhere else. It could be a sense that they're either clones from somewhere else, or that they were not born, but like created,
built.
I suppose, built. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I would like to see just a bit of his backstory and where he's coming from. Why is he different? Because there's a lot of the stormtroopers, and a lot of them.
Has no stormtrooper ever been like,
Yeah.
I don't really like these Empire guys.
It's never one of them just be like, why am I killing?
Are
these
we the
villagers?
bad guys?
Yeah. Yeah, and I would just like to see that definitely.
Yeah.
Captain Phasma. I would like to see Captain Phasma do anything.
Yeah. Not just be a pushover.
Yeah.
Like, okay. If Captain Phasma can do some just really awesome coolness,
Yeah.
like fly around killing people,
Yeah.
even more than... Because people love Boba Fett.
Yeah.
He didn't really ever do anything.
I
really
think they
cool.
were trying to repeat that with this.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work
No.
because
But-
what you need. Go on.
The difference is Boba Fett never was like, okay, I'll power down the shields. Oh yeah, you can put me in the bin.
Yeah.
Like, he
Never
just stood
accepted
there
it, yeah.
being cool.
Yeah.
Whereas Phasma was like, who told you could take your hat off?
Yeah.
And then was like, oh, well, I'll power them down. As long
I
as you
think
don't kill me.
what was part of the reason why Boba Fett was cool, even though he didn't really do much, is how everyone else spoke to him.
Yeah.
Darth Vader goes around killing people left, right, and center. Like he don't give
Yeah.
a damn. He's like, "What? Did you just look at me? Dead." But then when
Pretty much.
when Boba Fett came and he met with him, he spoke with him with the utmost respect.
He's like, I can trust this guy.
yeah,
If I pay him enough, I can trust
yeah,
him.
it's like, listen to me, right? I know you're good at what you do. I need these people collected. Can you do that for me? It's like, yeah, sure, man. And they
Yeah,
like,
sure, bro.
They're like pound fists, and then they're off.
Fist bump. Like,
So
bromance.
that's what they kind of need, is that Kylo Ren is going around killing everyone and getting mad and having tantrums. But when he sees Phasma, he's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
What's good?
Like lifts up his chin, like, what up? Something along those lines.
Yeah,
I'm exaggerating, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just do anything else.
Have it become more of like a trio of... Because at the moment it's Kylo Ren, General Hux, and then Phasma's
Snoke.
kind of like somewhere down there. If they have that become more of like a
Yeah.
a trio?
And
C3?
well, I kind of wish that they had Phasma. So the scene with Finn, when he's on the ground just after...
In Maz Kanata's play,
Yeah.
the guy who goes traitor.
Yeah,
That
that's
was-
what everyone calls him now. They call him
TR8.
TR8. And his real name is FN9919.
2199.
Don't quote me on that.
Right.
And his nickname is Nines, apparently.
Nines. Nines?
Yeah.
Cloud 9. Yeah, if that was Phasma and Phasma
would've
just
been
gave the
amazing.
beat down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you'll be like, okay, we got someone here.
Yeah.
We got someone cool
I didn't
here.
think of that, but that's so obvious. Why didn't they just
Why
have
did they
that?
just give it to some new character that suddenly appeared? Because now that character's getting all the hype, and everyone wants to see
That's
him.
true. That was one stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Is the Boba Fett of the new franchise.
Yeah.
When it should have been Phasma.
Yeah.
Phasma even has some fly silver armor.
Yeah,
Some old-fashioned knight stuff.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
I just want like a chance to see what Phasma can do, and why she's in the position she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When there are no other female stormtroopers.
No.
There's not a single other woman on the Death Star.
No.
Or this big Death Star.
Yeah. Rey.
Rey, who we said we would talk about and then didn't.
Yeah.
Rey's kind of the most obvious one. Training with Luke.
Training with Luke, getting better of the Force, and then fighting Kylo, beating him, losing. That would be good. If she wins the
Losing
first
her
time,
life.
what if I had to die?
That would be awesome. That would be great.
I think if anyone's going to die, it'll be Luke.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it'll be Kylo Ren again, just killing. It's like, Leia, you're next. Just killing the Trinity. Just like.
And then episode 10, like, Lando! Just like, getting him. Chewbacca! Like,
Just all of our favourites.
Yeah.
And we're like, Kylo,
Yeah.
why? Yeah. I don't think Rey's going to die. I think she's going to last at the end. I think this whole story is about her.
Definitely.
And I think this is the point where she loses. And I think that...
Her lowest point.
Yeah, and I'm hoping what's going to happen is that Adam Driver's going to get the upper hand by getting more trained by Snoke, who teaches him more of the dark side abilities and the light, whilst Rey has only been learning about the light side through Luke, loses, leading into the ninth film, continue with the theme I mentioned before of light and dark and the balance between the two. That by the ninth film, Rey is like, Luke, I appreciate what you're teaching me, but I'm gonna have to get into that dark side just a bit to win.
I need to get to that because Luke tapped into the dark side when he beat Vader.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi, yeah.
He embraced the anger,
and it was that little scene, and he's just getting more angry, fights him, and then he's like, no, and then his light side, and then it's that constant back and forth. I would love to see Rey being in control of both, and that she's already naturally a better fighter than Kylo, but then Kylo has the upper hand because he's understood that element quicker, and then when she matches him, then she beats him, and it would make sense as well.
You know what I want to see? The Force Run.
The Force Run?
Force Run. That's like a power that Jedi have where they run real fast.
Oh, wow.
But they never do it.
Why would they? That's lame.
Why would they not? You get places really quick.
No one cares because they're right in front of each other. What you want to see is two people stare at each other, lightsabers pointed toward the ground, like at a 45-degree angle, and then it to be silent, and all you hear is boom.
I want to see Force Run. I want them to explain why they don't do it when they should.
Have they done it in a film?
Yeah.
Which film?
Episode 1.
Exactly.
It's in the Clone Wars and stuff, though.
No, they're not going to do any of that. I don't even think they're going to do like force jumping and stuff.
Why not?
Because
that's all the good stuff.
The good stuff is the lightsabers, and you need to rain down on the use of lightsabers and force stuff. So when it is used, it's cool. That opening scene with Kylo Ren, when the guy Poe Dameron shoots a blast at him and he stops it in midair.
Yeah,
that's epic because it's like we've never seen it before. Well, other than Darth Vader in Empire Strikes Back.
Darth Vader did better. He just took it.
He just like ate it
straight in the hand. He was just like, more. You're powering me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Kylo Ren is just like, whoop.
Yeah. Snoke.
I think we're going to see Snoke physically. We're going to find out what
Do you think size. We're going to find out what size he is at least.
Yeah.
Unless he's constantly got holograms and they gradually get smaller. And he's like, I'm over here.
Oh, look at me.
I'm hoping that he is small, and I'm hoping that going down like the Yoda route.
He's just really powerful.
Yeah.
He just has such a mastery of the Force. Yeah. That would be cool. I don't think we're going to find out who Snoke is.
Yeah, like is
legit is. Yeah.
Do you think we're going to get in episode 8 a Empire Strikes moment of I am your father to someone? Moving back to Rey, are we going to find out Rey's parents in this one?
I kind of don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
Because my biggest criticism of episode 4 is that episode 7 is that it's just a retread. Yeah. And I feel like now I don't want Star Wars to become every time it's like, oh, who's related to who?
It's going to be though.
I've had enough of that. This isn't.
I've seen it once, never again.
It's not bloody EastEnders. Okay. Right? It shouldn't be like, doom, I am your father. Like, no. I kind of don't want that, if I'm honest.
You don't want to find her parents out in this?
Something I want, actually.
Yeah.
I hope you're done, because I'm moving on.
Yeah, go on.
I want to find out who Max von Sydow is at the start of episode 7.
Yeah,
I want to find out why either Luke trusted him so much, or how he got his hands on the map.
I think in episode 8 we are getting a lot of answers. I think we're going to be getting the answer of who Rey is in full, her parents and all. We're going to be getting the answers of what did Kylo Ren do to start all of this. Mm-hmm. Because you got to think, okay, so episode 9 is the end of it all. Mm-hmm. Not all, they'll do another 3
it's the end but the trilogies are kind of self-contained. Yeah.
That the trilogy will end. So you need to tie up a lot of loose ends now. Otherwise, say if they don't tell us who the parents are in 8, then they have to cover that in 9. Tell us, say that they don't tell us what Luke's been doing this whole time, then they have to cover that in 9. And then you have episode 9, you're like, oh my god, there's so much that we don't know, and they need to reveal. And you just have someone like with a piece of paper just read it all out. So Rey is related to, and Luke
the open and crawl. It's just endless answers. But it's 10 minutes long. Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of answers from that were posed in 7 are going to be answered in 8, and then in 9, that's when we can get a lot of the action in.
Right.
I think 8 is going to be a lot of training, answers, fight, and then 9 will be...
I want them to save something for 9 because the Hobbit trilogy, they did a lot of answers in part 2, and it had 3 as all payoff. And all payoff sounds like it should be good,
but it never is.
But it ended up being kind of a bit empty. Yeah, exactly.
Harry Potter and that,
And that was Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Hobbit, all H's, but they were all 1 year apart from each other. This is 2 years. Yeah. Imagine going 2 years and then being like, oh, okay, finally they're fighting.
Yeah.
You'd be a bit like, give me more substance.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Moving on. General Hux.
Ugh, I hope he's not even in it. He was.
Well, we know he's going to be in it.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to meet Snoke. You didn't like him.
He's the worst part of the film, I think.
Okay. Maybe we'll understand why that speech he gave was so dramatic. Like, maybe they'll show us, like, literally, like, 10 minutes before, they're like, yeah, your mother's dead? And then he goes out there, he's like...
I can do the speech for you. Captain Phasma, like, I've got this. Like, no. What's going on? Oh, whose dead cat is this? No.
It's just mad,
He's... Just tone it down.
Yeah. I hope we find out what happened to C-3PO's red arm. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a bigger story to that. I think it's going to be linked in with something.
Me. That would be cool. Also, why did R2-D2 wake up? We're probably going to find out that.
Yeah.
In an exposition-heavy scene with Luke being like, exposition there is.
Yeah.
Only in his voice.
Do you think Yoda's going to come back?
I think Yoda's species are going to come back.
The Yodians. I don't know. What species are they? I don't know.
I don't know it, but... I want to find out, are humans called humans in Star Wars universe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, probably. Right. No.
You got it?
No.
No? Yoda's feet? Okay. I'm sure someone's going to tell us.
Yeah.
If we don't find it out here. Yeah? Anyone else you want to cover?
Luke.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
Did we not talk about him already?
What do you think is going to happen to Luke?
He's going to train Rey. Didn't we talk about this?
Okay, maybe we did.
What about Leia? Why was that so funny?
I don't know. I'm just thinking of her being drunk on set, pretty much.
I think she's going to do a lot of sitting down.
Do you think she'll die in any of them?
Yeah. They don't want to keep her on. Not after the way she's been running her mouth off.
Yeah.
I'm just
Calm down. Fuck that.
Well, no, but all the negative press for episode 7 came from her.
I suppose, yeah.
Like, they don't really keep that around. Yeah.
It might even be the opening show. Princess Leia dies.
Like, off screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they would have to have her die on screen. Perhaps they start off like that. Kylo Ren is like, Mom! Yeah.
For the watch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they were obsessed with watches on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've covered everyone. Harrison Ford, Han Solo. I think we're going to get a ghost.
Force Ghost of Han Solo. Ghost.
And we're like, you've been Force sensitive this whole time. He's like, yeah, ain't a big deal.
Haven't you? Like, yeah, probably not.
No. And Maz Kanata.
I quite liked Maz Kanata actually as a character.
Yeah.
I liked that.
It's that kind of Yoda-ish.
Yeah.
Small and unassuming.
Yeah, I like what that... So I hope... And I like the idea that she knows everyone.
Yeah.
Like, she can walk into a place and be like, oh, hi, Leia. Oh, you're right, Finn.
Yeah.
Except in her voice, not as me. Be like, oh, what's up? You're right, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's everyone I can think of.
Like I said before, I just hope general themes are that of light and dark balance.
Yeah.
That's what episode 9 is. There's 3 films are. Sorry, go on.
Just something I'm going to say. I don't hate Star Wars 7, but I just don't think it's that good. But I think this is one of the few times where a sequel can make that one better. Yeah, I feel like there is a chance I can watch 8 and be like, oh, 7 was better than I thought.
Yeah, I've always seen it like a lot of the criticisms, like we keep saying, is that 7 is the same as 4. Yeah, same film, same blow by blow. But wasn't that necessary in order to restart the series and continue with what you're saying? if they'd done 7 with a whole different new story, not only would you have to be you have to try and
you have to think of a new plot.
yeah, not on their side. I'm sure they could have, and they probably did have loads that they all threw out. But not only would the audience, who some of them haven't watched Star Wars since the first 3, who would have to then be like, okay, what's happening? What's that? Not really understand what the story's going, where it's going and such. Then also be introduced to a bunch of new characters. Then also understand what happened to all the other characters and where they've been for 30 years. It's a lot to take in. So if you take a backseat with the story, then it gives you a platform to introduce the new characters. And then then you're like, okay, now everyone's on board. Everyone knows who these people are. Great, you know Rey is, yeah? Yeah, I know Rey, yeah. Do episode 8, and then you can do your own story. And that's where I think they got in a different director, like the guy who wrote Looper, whose name escapes me.
Rian Johnson.
Rian Johnson. I think they deliberately picked him because he can write an original story, and they deliberately picked J.J. Abrams because he can restart a franchise.
As he has done twice.
Yeah. And then I think with Colin Trevorrow, possibly they've picked him to bring it back in. Because Colin Trevorrow did Jurassic World.
He's good at doing a retread.
Yeah, and I think that 8 is going to be vastly different, and then 9's going to bring it back in. Possibly, I don't know. I'm just speculating.
That was something I was just thought of when you said it. Jurassic World is basically Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
But it's good. Because it's different enough.
Yeah.
Force Awakens is the same as A New Hope, but it's so the same. I don't know what point I'm... Oh, no, I know what point I'm making. It's just not really relevant.
So maybe that's why they've picked Colin Trevorrow, because they're like, okay, you saw the inner part of Jurassic Park. Mm-hmm. You saw the inside of it. What is at the core that people like? You had Steven Spielberg's help, and then as well, he was able to not only make a film that was just almost rehash of Jurassic Park, but he made a criticism on not only that film but the film industry and that franchise and the world. The idea that all we ever want is bigger and better.
Yeah.
Perhaps with Star Wars, he's going to look into it and make another criticism on the whole Star Wars world for number 9 to conclude it all.
Wow.
On that bombshell.
Deep.
Yeah. On that bombshell, I think we're going to end our predictions and speculations of episode 8. Thank you for listening, guys. Do let us know. Do let us know what you think. What do you think is going to happen in episode 8?
What do you think and what do you hope to see?
Yeah. What do you hope to see in it? Hope.
A new
hope. I've been James Forbes.
And I've been Todd James. Bye!
What film was that? Sorry. You know, don't make me say it. Can you just say out loud for us?
Can I fire, please? And the Captain America's are like, hold it. Hold it.
Machines plugged in to believe that they are the machines who have the humans plugged in.